Go ahead, Mr. Dusler, you may go on behalf of this defense.
Your Honor, he's asking the court for deferred adjudication probation. This young man is 19 years of age. He has no felony criminal history, very little history of any kind. As the PSI correctly points out, he did not grow up with a very good social structure. His father has been incarcerated. His mother has had criminal trouble as well. Uh, but he's trying to keep his life in order. This was a very stupid thing that he did. We've talked about it. Uh, there was a dispute among a bunch of people that uh, they had been gambling together. They had some problems. He wanted his money back, and pulling a gun on somebody and brandishing a firearm. It's not the thing to do. I think he recognizes that. He's been sitting in jail a good while now. The one positive thing on his behalf that I've talked with him about is he is still trying to complete school. He's in the 12th grade in high school, and he's further along than a whole lot of other people in his situation at this age. He wants to complete his high school education and live a productive life. And he realizes that this was one really, really stupid thing, and he feels like the court will give him an opportunity. He could successfully complete probation, and by the opportunity of deferred adjudication, if he does successfully complete it, it keeps this young man from having a felony conviction, which I think would really benefit him in the future. Have I pretty much said everything correctly?
Yes, sir.
Is there anything else that you want to add for the judge?
I'm sorry, you said it pretty much.
Okay. We're asking for deferred, Your Honor.
Stand.
Judge, this is how our society's become. Evidently, you have a dispute over something, you pull guns. And this was four individuals robbing one individual. And they were just out having a good time hanging out. And next thing you know, they're accusing somebody of cheating and start pulling out guns. They rob this individual. You can see that he's scared. He's afraid of retaliation when this young man gets out. He thinks that this person should go to prison. So we'd ask for the 10 years, Judge, the cap.
Mr. Wilson, what would you like to say? Did you hear what he just said?
Yes, sir.
He's asking for 10 years in prison, which is far less than the maximum you could get. You're looking at life in prison, which would mean you wouldn't even be reviewed for parole until you did 30 years.
Yes, sir. I will honestly say I did honestly commit a crime out of madness. You feel me? Somebody did cheat on the game, but
So you quite naturally threaten them to kill them with a firearm.
no, sir, I didn't threaten him. I just demanded the money back.
No, that's not what this says. The pre-sentence report's been admitted. And it says here that, let's see, following the investigation, Detective Gillen concluded that Ashton Wilson, you intentionally brandished a firearm and pointed it at the victim during the robbery, which prompted him, the officer, to seek a warrant for your arrest. That's what this says, buddy.
Yes, sir. On PSI thing, when the question asked me what happened, I said that I pulled the gun and demanded the money back, but not with intent to kill or harm him. I was upset about the game, about the gambling.
This sentencing hearing begins with the defense pushing hard for deferred adjudication, a rare break in a first-degree aggravated robbery case involving a firearm. The defense leans heavily on the defendant's age, rough upbringing, and ongoing effort to finish high school. But the prosecutor immediately reframes the case. 4 men, 1 victim, guns drawn, and a terrified civilian caught in the middle. The stakes are clear. This isn't teenage stupidity. It's armed robbery.
Let me ask you this.
Sir,
If I pulled a gun right now and stuck it to your forehead, what do you think's about to happen?
it's
What do you think's about to happen? I'm putting you in the position the victim was in.
Yes, sir.
You had all the authority and power, which you're not supposed to have over somebody. That's not for you.
Yes, sir.
The supreme being is supposed to have that power, not you. And if I put a gun, what do you think? The next moment you can very well die. What do you think he thought? Same thing. You're going to later say, well, I didn't intend to kill you. How does that take back the fear and what was going through their mind thinking, I'm about to end my life on this world as a living person is about to end, and I don't have control. Somebody else has control over my life, which isn't supposed to happen. That's not the way we're supposed to live, is it?
No, sir.
That's the way you did it. You assume the power and authority. You can say, I didn't intend, but you think anybody believes that when they've got a gun to their head?
No, sir.
Yeah, that's going to make them feel better later. I mean, they'll wake up with nightmares their whole life. So what they tell me, well, that would be reasonable. It doesn't matter what you intended, it's what you did. That speaks for itself. I bet you didn't say, I'm putting this gun to your head, but I'm not going to really pull it. I don't intend to do anything to you. I'm just doing this. You didn't do that. You made them think they were about to die. Can you understand how that's terrible?
Yes, sir.
You had all the power, and that's not the way it's supposed to be. That's not fair. So he's asking for 10 years in prison. Which
The judge goes straight into one of the harshest reality checks you'll hear in a courtroom. He dismantles the idea that I didn't mean to hurt anyone matters when a gun is pointed at a human being. Judges see the trauma victims carry for life, nightmares, fear, PTSD, and he makes the defendant confront that directly. He isn't just sentencing, he's teaching, and he's making sure this 19-year-old understands exactly what power he abused.
isn't unfair. I bet you the victim kind of feels like, what am I supposed to do? I got to live with this my whole life. And he just gets 10 years. Then he's released. I'm the one that suffers my whole life. That seems awfully unfair. You're not supposed to put people in a position. But when you take out a gun and you point it at them and threaten them and say, what was taken from him here? What was taken from him? Searched his pockets, stealing about $800 in cash, a cash app card, and other personal items.
Judge Stephen, I wanted to say that actually no one took any money from him. But they did take someone did take some marijuana from him. I don't know what he actually told the detectives. I'm not aware. I never seen the paper of an indictment, so I don't know actually what happened. What he told the detectives. As I can remember.
How do you know? How do you know what was in his pockets?
I don't. I think
Well, then why are you saying there isn't any if you don't know? He said to the police that there were $800 in cash they took. How do you know that he's not telling the truth?
because after the robbery, no one had $800, sir.
Well, yeah. Well, you were sitting there watching. Did you see them pull his stuff out of his pants?
I did.
Did you?
I was watching him. No one went into his pants.
Sir?
I shot, yes, sir. I was watching him. No one went into his pockets.
Well, where'd they get the marijuana from?
He had a bag of marijuana.
Where?
He got it from the trunk, sir. From the trunk of the car.
How did y'all get it?
He handed it over, sir.
Huh?
He handed it over.
At gunpoint.
That was actually before gunpoint. He was actually selling.
Wait. So what did you take from him at gunpoint?
That's what I'm saying. They actually didn't take nothing from him because they had an officer doing a patrol.
No, you had the gun to them.
Yes, sir.
Well, what did you get from him?
That's what I said. I told the probation
You just
officer,
pulled a gun to somebody who didn't have anything to give?
sir. What I told the probation officer when she came to see me, that when I pulled the gun to demand the money back. I had a police officer doing a patrol.
Wait. What money back?
The money from the gambling. Money from the gambling. The money that I cheated out of. I demanded it back. Someone screamed and said the police right there. We turned around, we sent a police crew. Everybody left. Everybody took off running. No one never handed the money over.
You put a gun to, what did you put it to his head? What?
No, sir, just in front of us, like
What do you mean?
at chest height.
You mean to his chest?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
When the
okay.
defendant tries to minimize the robbery by arguing, "We didn't take $800, just marijuana," the judge stops him cold. Whether it was cash, weed, or nothing, the weapon is the crime. The defendant's explanations only make things worse. Inconsistency, partial admissions, and a shaky version of events. Judges hate when defendants argue details that don't change the core reality. A gun was used to force compliance. Everything else is noise.
Oh, okay. Well, that kills somebody, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you were there to steal his money, to steal the money, to take it from him at gunpoint, right?
Yes, sir.
You don't see anything wrong with that?
I do, sir.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Your criminal history, as it looks like you had an unlawfully carrying a weapon charge in Harris County, that was dismissed.
Sir.
And then it looks like you have an evading arrest or detention, a Class A misdemeanor pending over there, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Felonies, this is the only felony, correct?
Yes, sir.
You can talk all day long about what your intent was, but you know, when somebody has a gun to their chest and there's nothing they can do, they're defenseless. You have all the power. They'll think of that their whole life. That'll be in the back of their mind forever. It's what haunts people forever. It's a nightmare that they have to live with. You understand? That's what you did. I mean, that's the, I mean, that victimizes them forever. They just don't forget it. All right. Well, I'm going to find that you were pleading guilty voluntarily. You are mentally competent to do so. You understand and appreciate the consequences of pleading guilty. There's sufficient evidence supporting your guilty plea from State's Exhibit 1 admitted here to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I now find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of this first-degree felony of aggravated robbery. I am going to follow this agreement. You are hereby sentenced to confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice to serve a term of 8 years. You will be given credit for all time served. The judgment shall reflect an affirmative finding that a deadly weapon, namely a firearm, was used in the commission of this offense. You are facing life imprisonment on this. You know that. You must do better. You must not harm people like this. Anything else? That is that. What do we do with Brown and keep it Brown?
Judge, she's here, and that's one of the way on restitution, asking for 2 months for complete restitution. You can do it.
Wasn't something to be done right now?
No, sir. We're just today resetting for a couple of months for to finish paying our restitution, so they'll dismiss.
How much is it?
It was originally 10,000. I know she's been making payments of several $100s each week.
How much is it left?
I don't know what
Does anybody know?
6,000 left. She feels like in a couple of months she can have completed.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Well, she's been making regular
I've done this 18 and a half years. The day it really happens, I'll jump out the window. But I hear it all the time. Everybody's got promises. How much has been paid on this so far?
About half. It was originally 10,000.
What's about half mean?
Well, 10,000 was what it was originally. She says she owes around 6 now.
Okay, 40% has been done.
It was over 10, but it's fine.